Alexander Graham Bell. It Talks by Kathy Fergang. Telephones have connected people to one another since the late 1800s. Alexander Graham Bell invented this important communication tool. Bell was born in Scotland in 1847. His mother was deaf. This made Bell want to learn all about sound. He learned how it travels as vibrations or sound waves. He wanted to find new ways for people to communicate. As an adult, Bell taught at several schools for deaf students in Boston. His wife was also deaf. All the while, he kept learning more about how sound works. He also studied the human voice. Bell dreamed that people would one day talk with electricity. At the time, people could only send telegraphs. These were coded messages sent over wires using a system of clicks and beeps. The messages were then written down and delivered by hand. Bell began to experiment with electric wires. He wanted spoken words to travel a long way from person to person. After many tries, Bell finally succeeded. On March 10th, 1876, a call reached his assistant in the next room. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." These were the famous words of the first phone call ever made. Bell had achieved his goal. Bell brought his telephone to the 1876 World's Fair in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He called it an electrical speech machine. People were amazed at Bell's work. The leader of Brazil, Emperor Pedro II, was at the fair. When he heard the sound through the telephone wire, he dropped the phone. "It talks," he cried out. Bell's invention was revolutionary. In 1877, he established the Bell Telephone Company. 3 years later, there were more than 130,000 phones in American homes. Bell's invention paved the way for how we communicate today.